and welcome. You are listening to At Home with Ifeno. Here, we'll talk about helping women know and understand their worth, find fulfillment in who they are, and in what they do. Every other week, we'll talk about your identity as a woman, discovering your unique purpose, intentionally raising the next generation, and your influence in homemaking. I am your host, Ifoma Nekat Omoni. Hello, Chef T. You are welcome to At Home with Ifeno. This is going to be an interesting episode, and our topic for today is You Are What You Eat. You are what you eat. On today's show, I would like to formally introduce our guest. She is by name Tina Amachree. So let's meet her. She is a certified chef and CEO of Sobek Foods and Baking Services, a food company based in the beautiful city of Abuja. Wow. She loves to shop and cook for busy executives. She shops locally and ensures that her clients get the best of local or organic food produce. Her negotiation skills are unbeatable. She ensures that her clients get the best deals on groceries and other household needs. Talking about her cooking, she is a careful and deliberate chef. She cooks to her clients' specifications. She pays attention to every single detail. And you know what? A satisfied client is the joy of her business. She is also the face behind Spice It Up with Food, a coaching program where she teaches women how to spice up their homes using food, thereby creating a loving ambient and sensational lifestyle for the entire family. She is happily married and blessed with 3 amazing children. Let's welcome Tina Amachree, also known as Chef T. Chef T, you are welcome. You are really welcome. We are happy to have you on this show.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Thank you, Ifeno.
So how have you been?
Oh, I'm doing well. I'm fine. I'm okay.
So for our topic today, tagged You Are What You Eat. You are what you eat. From your professional point of view, what would you say about this phrase, you are what you eat?
Okay, first of all, I want to say that statement is true. It is 100% true. You are what you eat. It's food. Eating is not just about satisfying hunger. It's about feeding your body with what it needs to function to full capacity.
Please hold on there. Eating is not just about satisfying hunger. Very key. Many times when we are eating, we just like, make I just feel this my belly, but she has said it's beyond that. So go ahead.
Yes, it's about giving your body what it needs to function to full capacity. I'll liken this to a car. We know that our cars need some things to function. It needs the fuel, it needs the oil, there's a place for water, and there are some other things that you need to put in the car for it to function, which without the car cannot function. Even if it does, it gets to a point and then it breaks down. So even if you're driving a Range Rover Sport, you're driving whatever kind of car, you paint your car with gold, you put sparkles on top, you make it a gold-plated car. If you don't put those right things that the car needs to function, then all those decorations will be a waste. The car won't be able to function, and your investments.
So the car here is our bodies.
Yes.
And then we need to put the right things into our bodies for our bodies to function well. Wow. Yes. What are the benefits of proper nutrition in a family?
Maximum functionality. maximum functionality. It's very, very important. A lot of times I see parents who pay attention to kids' external needs. They are careful, they are passionate about how their children dress, how the hair is done, the kind of bags they carry, the kind of gadgets they have. They just feel that, my child should look a certain way, and they don't really pay attention to the inward part of that child, the well-being, the nutritional balance or state of that child, and that's where we miss it. It's very, very important for parents to pay attention to what their children eat, because really, if your child is unhealthy, all those things, all those fancy things that you want to put on your child, it will work. It's the body that will carry it. So if you don't feed your child with those essentials that the child needs to grow well, then you end up spending all those money in the hospital, and that's not what we want. It is very, very important to know what your child needs and then make an attempt to provide those things for your child, and again ensure that child is taking those things that he or she needs. It's very, very important. We can't overflow that.
Thank you. Chef T is just emphasizing parents' influence in children's eating habits. She's telling us that we need to know what each of our children need, nutritional needs, and be able to provide those needs beyond the beautiful dresses, beyond the games and the toys. Parents, one of our call is to understand the nutritional needs of our children and to be able to feed them based on the needs, not just what the children desire. So I'll really like to come to mothers. Mothers play a key role in feeding of a family. What will you say a mother's knowledge of nutrition would do to a family? A mother in particular. We are not saying the fathers are not involved, but mothers have a unique role. What will you say about mothers having maybe more knowledge about the nutrition of the family? I remember you said you have a coaching program for women to encourage them to spice up their homes with food. What will you say about that part of a mother's role?
Okay, it's very important. Sometime last week, a mother came to me and she was complaining about the way her son was looking. She felt that she didn't really say that he was malnourished, because saying that would mean that she wasn't doing what she was supposed to do. So she said that it seems like he's having how do we call it? Like he's having K-leg. And I was like, why will you say? She said, no, I'm looking at him. And I looked at the boy. I looked at him closely, and he was very, very thin. He didn't look healthy. And when I said, okay, is it possible to get some fruits? It seems like he needs a lot of vitamins in his diet. I'm not a nutritionist, I'm a chef. So from my own knowledge, I said, okay, could it be that you need to improve on his diet, add some more vitamins and minerals? And she said, oh no, he doesn't like fruits. That day I made a bottle of carrot juice, which I gave to her, and she was really excited because she just visited, and I made that. She said her son doesn't like fruits. And I said, okay, he needs vitamins. How does he eat his veggies, his fruits? She said he doesn't like it. He does anything I give him. If I want to give him apple juice, he will say no. If I want to give him carrot juice, he will say no. And I was like, then that's why he's looking the way he's looking, and you're worried. You need to look for a way to get him to eat those things. So what I do with the women that I coach, I advise them. There are strategies on how to get fuzzy eaters to eat their meals.
Wait, hold on. She said there are strategies to encourage children to love veggies and fruits. Those ones that they spit out. Chef T is telling us that there are strategies. Please, let's listen attentively to those strategies.
Yes, there are strategies, because as a mom, you need to know. And if you don't know, go and find out. Ask.
Wow.
Don't just sit at home and complain, oh, my child is this. Go and look for the professionals. Ask them what you need to do. There's no shame in seeking knowledge. I am not embarrassed to find out, oh, okay, this is not working. What do I need to do? Because I know that I need that information to help my family. Why am I embarrassed? Some people will say, oh, I can't pay a coach. Some people will say, oh, no, they will look down on me. No, nobody's trying to shame you. I'm a mother as well, and I know that in my home I also have challenges in different areas, and I'm not embarrassed at all because what you think you're concerned about, somebody else is dealing with it.
Wow.
And possibly somebody else has overcome it. So the person could be able to share with you how he or she was able to get across that thing or overcome that challenge in the home. So there's really no shame. Seek information, find out. For me, I will advise getting your fuzzy eaters to eat their fruits and vegetables, which they really need. A lot of times we want to do the traditional, come and chew carrots. You need carrots. Come and take apple. My daughter doesn't like bananas, but she took banana to school today.
Unknowingly.
I told her she was going to take it. As an African mom, I told her, first of all, you need to educate them.
Okay.
And you can't give what you don't have. You need to be educated yourself to be able to educate your children. It's not enough telling them hold the cane and say, oh yeah, swallow, drink. You want to flog, you try. Sometimes they become rebellious. They don't want to take it. My parents did that to me and it didn't go down well. And I can't do that to my children. So you need to educate them. Why do they need the fruits?
Very good. Chef T is telling us the tables healthy eating will do for them. Okay, Chef T.
Yes. So you tell them why you need this. So I told my daughter, you don't like bananas, right? But you need bananas. Bananas will give you energy. You know, when you go to school and you go to the playground, you have to jump around. You'll get tired if you don't take banana. And you know you're not taking any fruits, any juice. Because really I stopped giving them any packed juice. Because I produce fresh juices and sell to people. Why shouldn't my family benefit from that? So I stopped. This school year, they've not done any fizzy drink at all. So it's all fresh. So it's either you're taking a fruit or you're taking fresh juice to school. So I told her, I said, okay, she's 5, by the way. And I said, you need this. You need the energy to run around school. And she wants to play. When it's break time, she wants to go to the playground. She wants to run out. So when she understands that, she needs that banana to give her the needed energy to do that thing that she likes. She will accept.
So parents, instead of shouting, screaming, yelling, Chef T is telling us that one of the strategies is educate the children. Educate them why what you are giving them is important. She has also emphasized that as parents, especially mothers that are in charge of the feeding, the menu planning, we need to get more information. We should not be ashamed to ask questions. We should, search. Even in this era of internet, we can Google. Give ourselves that opportunity to encourage healthy eating, because like we started, you are actually what you eat. So one thing that Chef T has also told us is that we need to also be role models. Chef T, like you said, I know that many of us tell our children, okay, we've educated them, vegetables are good, but some of us are not eating those fruits and vegetables. Some of us are gulping Coke every other day, and the children are watching us. So what will you have to say about that? Because I believe that our children emulate what they see us do frequently. So what will you say to us as parents, as mothers, about our lifestyle? Modeling is very important. You model what you want to see. You can't, it's not a case of do as I say but don't do as I do. You have to do, and you want them to do too. So one way to encourage this is family eating. Wow.
Yes, eat together with your children. Set the table. Let them watch you eat. Let them watch you take watermelon. Let them watch you take cucumber. And as you're eating, they are eating. If you tell them eat, it's good for you, and then you're not eating, you can't be hiding and drinking Coke. When you're forcing them to take cucumber juice, it won't work. They'll feel like our mom is trying to scam us. I know kids are smart.
Wow.
This generation of children are smart. It's very difficult for you to deceive them. They will find out.
They are ready
and they will come to you.
Yes, they are ready to take you to court and say, Mommy, but you said.
Thank you. You say, Mommy, but you said. Some days ago, my daughter said, Mommy, you said you were going to play with me all the time. Now I want you to play with me, and you're telling me you're busy. Mommy, but you promised. They hold you by what you tell them. And you don't want to be that parent who does not model what they say. So we need family eating helps. Another thing that helps is presentation. How do you present the food? How do you present the food? You don't go and bring cucumber and tell them choose. Some might. I have a son who likes cucumber and watermelon a lot. In fact, the way he eats watermelon, I'm like, what's going on? But his other siblings will not like it. You need to present it in a very beautiful manner. For my son that likes watermelon today, we started by sprinkling some sugar on the watermelon. He will tell you that's the only way he'll eat it.
Wow.
On the cucumber, sorry, not watermelon. He will sprinkle syrup. Sometimes he'll do syrup. Sometimes he'll do sugar. Then I told him, see, it defeats the whole purpose. But I allowed him initially.
Okay.
I allowed him because if this is how he wants to take it, if this is how I can introduce it to him, fine. He's taking the good stuff and then with a little bit of the not so good stuff.
Okay.
Because the sugar, we're not taking it out completely. It's also good for them. They need the sugar. Now what we're trying to say is they need to take the healthy kind of sugar. So if a little bit of sprinkling of that sugar is going to help him take the cucumber, fantastic. And then with time, I start telling him why he doesn't really need this. And then his taste buds gets used to the cucumber.
Okay.
And eventually, he just takes it. Mommy, can you just wash and slice for me? And he's chewing away and you're wondering what happened. I started introducing little by little, a little bit of the good stuff, a little bit of the not so good stuff. And he took it. Gradually, we progressed into strictly good stuff.
Wow.
So how you introduce, how you present it is also important.
Wow. Are we getting the strategies? She talks about having table time together as a family. That is one that I know a lot of families struggle with. During the week is like breeze in, breeze out. And then we have weekends. Even if it is Sunday lunch, Chef T is encouraging us that for us to be what we eat and to eat healthy, that we should eat together as a family at the same time. She has also spoken about your presentation style. You could start gradually by introducing the healthy ones with a little of the unhealthy, but gradually the children and even our taste bud gets used to it. I don't know why I'm even emphasizing children, because we have a lot of adults too that their taste buds are really sweet and they don't want anything that is not sweet. So this message is not just for children. Veggies are also good for adults. It's good for the entire family. So Chef T, I would like you to speak about the occurring elevation of things like obesity, hypertension, even in children.
Yeah.
In families, we are seeing diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, tooth issue, decay, and so many things. What will you have to say about, preventing such things with our nutrition, with what we eat?
Okay, first of all, I want to say that those issues, those diseases and sicknesses are all from poor nutrition. That's what causes it. My mom is diabetic. She's been diabetic for quite a while, and there was a time we were really scared for her. We were beginning to have meetings because her health was really deteriorating and we were really worried. And one of those times, my dad called me and he practically broke down while speaking with me, and he told me, you need to take your mom into your home because of what I do, and I own my own food business company, so I have time. So he said, you're the only one that can take care of her and ensure that she eats what she needs to eat. So we made the arrangements, brought her over, and she was with me for 3 months.
Wow.
And by the time she went back, my dad called me and said, what did you do? What did you do? It wasn't cheap. I'll say that. It wasn't cheap. But it's better to pay the farmer than the pharmacist.
It's better to pay the farmer. She's saying that because she needs the farmer to cook your food than the pharmacist.
So my mom was with me and we went to see the specialist, and the first thing he told us was that her sugar level can be reversed with food.
Wow.
Yes. He said, you don't need
drugs.
Not drugs.
Wow.
The insulin, all those. He said, no. You need to change her diet. And it worked. It worked. I will tell you, this is me talking about my mom. It worked.
Wow.
I had to do a research on healthy meals for her, for diabetics. And that was where I discovered the beetroot juice, how it reduces BP and helps to boost the blood. It's rich in folates, vitamin C and all of that. I did a lot of research. I actually did a menu
Wow.
For her, which I eventually sold to some persons that were interested. So I created a food menu for her specially. I started preparing her meals differently. We had to do a lot of greens, spinach. We had to cut down a lot of things. And also, one thing about dieting, we think it's all about changing the lifestyle completely. No, you introduce little by little. It's not, if you make it automatic,
it's a gradual thing.
Yes,
it's a journey.
Yes, because someone who used to eat eba, I started reducing her portion of eba, increasing the quantity of the soup, and then making the soup more of the veggies.
Okay.
So I reduced the eba. Then eventually we took the eba out and replaced with another kind of swallow because she wanted her swallow.
Okay.
So I couldn't tell her don't take swallow, but we looked for a healthier alternative, and then we increased the nutritious part of the food, the veggies, the protein, even the protein itself. We had to take a lot of things to reduce our cholesterol because the diabetics seems like it works hand in hand with high cholesterol. Yeah. So she had that issue as well. But with a good diet, you can reverse it. And it worked. In 3 months, my mom was healthier. She was happier.
Wow.
Her mood changed. I saw my mom. In fact, I saw a different person. And my dad called me and he said, "What did you do to
the
this
magic woman?
What did you do?"
The wonder chef T.
So I did a lot of research. You need to do a lot of research. If you want to eat healthy, first you need to know what is healthy for you and your family. You need to know what each person, because some people just a second, some few minutes ago, someone was chatting me up and the lady said, "I need something to eat to put on weight."
Wow.
So that's also a problem.
So that's another one.
Yes. She just chatted with me and I laughed. She wants something to put on. Everybody is talking about losing weight. The basic thing is staying healthy. Whether
so
you're
it's not about adding weight or losing weight. It is staying healthy.
Maintaining that healthy lifestyle. Whether you think you're fat, whether you think you're too slim, maintain a healthy lifestyle, and that is all you need.
So Chef T, how do we now know? This one you just said, whether you are fat or you are slim. How do we know whether we are healthy?
The indicators are there. Do you always feel tired? When you climb up the stairs, you're gasping for breath. You can't go on a stroll with your children. You have a sedentary lifestyle where you sit at home on your system all day. The indicators are there. Or you're always feeling dizzy, lightheaded. You're always having headache. You don't drink a lot of water. Your urine is always color. The color is sharp. It's not amber like it's supposed to be. The indicators are there. You will know for yourself. You know. And if you don't have a healthy lifestyle, you will know. A lot of times we know, but we just don't want to. We say, "I beg you, something must kill a man."
We're giving excuses.
We're always giving excuses. We know. You know that, okay, from this period, like that COVID period, a lot of people gained weight, including myself. And I knew because I was out of breath a lot of times. I knew I was constantly having migraine. I knew something was wrong and I needed to do something about it. I knew I wasn't fit. I couldn't play around with my children without gasping for breath. So I started cutting down on the carbohydrates. I started changing some things, and today people are asking, "What did you do? What did you do?" I was bigger than this. I was really, really bigger than this. And trying to cultivate a healthy lifestyle helps us to stay healthy, and we don't need to run in and out of the hospital all the time.
Okay.
It works.
So as we gradually round up our discussion for today, like we said, you are what you eat.
Yes, you are.
You are what you eat. We don't eat just to satisfy that hunger or the aroma of the food. We eat based on our nutritional needs. Chef T is telling us that she's not a medical doctor, but she's the doctor of food. And before we round up, I'd like you to follow her on her social media handles. She's on Instagram and Facebook at Sobek Foods, and she's also on Instagram at Official Chef Tina. Please follow her, Official Chef Tina at Instagram, and then Sobek's Food is on Facebook and Instagram. I remember you saying something about having a Christmas menu book, or
yes.
So Christmas is by the corner. gradually, Chef T, what do you have to say about that menu book? How can people get your Christmas recipe book?
Yes, I have a Christmas recipe book. It's an ebook that I created because, we're a very traditional set of people. We like the rice and stew, rice and chicken, rice and this and all of that, but it could be more.
Christmas rice.
Yes, everybody wants to eat Christmas rice, but it could be more. Growing up, I was tired of eating rice. Every family you go to during Christmas, they are serving you rice. It's them rice, jollof rice and stew. So I said, okay, how can we spice things up? So I created this menu, and it has step by step how to prepare the meals with everything you need. All the ideas, they are there, and you can reach me on official Chef Tina, send a DM, and I'll tell you how to get the book. It's really affordable. It's an ebook, so it's really, really affordable.
And Chef T, I believe that something is also cooking up concerning the ebook and recipe, because with all these strategies and knowledge you shared on our show, I'm very sure people will be eager to get more information about you. And I know that very, very soon you'll be bringing out a lot of recipes, healthy recipes for us to be what we eat. We want to be healthy, we want to be fit, because we know that a healthy family will bring about a healthy nation.
Absolutely.
So we are looking forward to hearing from you concerning that. And to round up, what practices or principles can you just roughly in summary mention 2 or 3 practices that you would like our listeners to hold on to on this topic, you are what you eat? What will you tell our listeners?
Okay, first, don't just satisfy the hunger. Give your body the fuel it needs to function to full capacity. The God that created the body is a very strategic God. He doesn't make mistakes. And for you to function well, you need good food, not just food, good food, healthy food. Give your body what it needs. Secondly, make it interesting. Healthy meals must not be boring meals. Make it interesting. Get creative. Go online. On my Instagram handle, sometimes I share tips. Like this morning, I shared one tip. So just find out. Go and seek knowledge. It's very important. And lastly, enjoy yourself and be happy.
Wow. Chef T, we are very, very, very grateful for having you on this show. And I'm very sure that our listeners will have gotten 1 or 2 things, those strategies of eating as a family on the dining table, introducing and presenting the food in a very creative way. Don't just force it down the throat of the children. Be a role model, even in our eating style. Wow, you've really inspired us today. Thanks for joining us this week on At Home with Ifeno. Check us out on Instagram at Ifeno17. As always, subscribe to the show to catch every new episode and leave us a review so we can continue to bring you fresh content. See you next in 2 weeks' time.